Hey y'all, in this video I'm going to explain how you can edit your assignments to have completion rules and due dates. Initially we thought that those two things were not possible to be done to assignments that you already had a completion rule set on, but there is a workaround. And this is important because in order for your grades to sync into PowerSchool properly, you have to have a due date for the assignment. If you don't have a due date for the assignment, it drops it into the very last day of the grading period that you have access to, which is the whole year 2020, 2021. So it assigns the due date for every assignment as June 11th. And when you sync it into PowerSchool, it's going to drop it into quarter 4 if you do not put a due date that falls in the quarter 1 window. So all of our courses were built with completion rules as the default. Some of you have gone in and taken out the completion rules and assigned due dates. That's fine. If you've done that, that's okay. You have to have a due date. So you either can have no completion rules and a due date, or you can have completion rules and a due date. So I'm going to show you how you can add a due date if your folders already have completion rules set up. So here you can see I have folders and they have the completion rules already set in them. So to add a due date, I'm going to click on Gradebook. And then I'm going to click the triple dots over here and then click Bulk Edit. Bulk Edit is a great place for you to go if you need to make changes to multiple assignments at one time. I'll walk you through what you have here. Here you have the name of each assignment, and then you also have this green button. This is telling you if this assignment is published or unpublished. So if you want to unpublish a whole bunch of stuff at one time or publish a whole bunch of stuff at one time, this is where you want to go. And you click the box if you want to publish it and unclick it if you want to unpublish it. This section right here is the grading category. You have to make sure that you have a grading category assigned to each assignment, or else it will automatically put it as ungraded, and it will not tell you that you need to grade it, and it also will not show up for students in their grade books. So make sure that you've selected either formative or summative here in your grading category. Then you have your points for the assignment. If you have a rubric, it'll be here. Then this is where we're paying attention to the due dates. This is where you can select whatever due date you want it to be due. So I'll just make the due date for this today. And this is telling me, hey, this falls outside of the selected grading period because I have the quarters in my grading periods. I know that y'all don't have access to that yet, and y'all still have the whole year 2020, 2021. That's okay. But you do want to make sure that it doesn't say no grading period. If it says no grading period, you're going to want to select it and change it into the year one. Okay, so I've selected a due date that falls within my grading period, and I can even put a time in, 11:59 p.m. And so now this assignment is going to have a completion rule and also be due at this time. So I have to make sure that I go down and click Save Changes. If I don't do that, it will not save my changes. And this might take a second because I have a lot of assignments on here. This is a whole year's worth. Okay, so now if I go back into my folder, I can see, I really should have paid attention where that was, but I think that it's in here. Okay, a little technology magic, and I found my assignment here in the folder, and it gives a due date. It says due Wednesday, September 23rd, and it still has that completion rule of them having to score at least a 70 on it. So that is how you add a due date and have completion rules set. If your completion rule is already set in the folder, you just go into bulk edit, and then you add in the due dates for whatever date you want the assignment to be due. Make sure that you have a due date in order for it to sync to PowerSchool.